Okay, I'm gonna do a quick review. And so I played Lollipop Chainsaw. It's a 5 hour long game. It's similar to No More Heroes in a lot of ways. It's like, because it's a Suda 51 game, and he's kind of known for these ridiculous action oriented games. And No More Heroes is also a Suda 51 game. But see, it's an action game. Your attacks are broken up to low, medium, and high, and you sort of combo those, and you get zombie medals, and it unlocks stuff for you. And there's only like 6 full stages, and they took me like 40 minutes to finish each stage and kill each boss. And each boss gets bigger and more ridiculous than the last boss. And it's going for this zombie movie aesthetic. So the sort of the fan servicey aspects of the game are kind of thematically justified, and they don't contrast in a way that takes you out of the game. So I actually can kind of appreciate that a little bit. And it's just, you beat enemies, you advance through the stage, you save a few people, you kill a boss, you rinse repeat, each boss gets bigger and badder, and then you beat the game, and that's it. There pretty much isn't anything to the story either. So don't worry about that. It's just meant to be kind of a mindless, fun game. There's silly dialogue and stuff like that. There's all kinds of jokes that are sort of juvenile humor, and it's just trying to be that way. It's in many respects the opposite of anything that could ever come out nowadays, because it's just trying to be a fun game. And we don't really have games that are just trying to be fun anymore. So I can appreciate it for all those things. I will say, if you want to play through it on a Steam Deck or a handheld PC, it's not very well optimized. I know on my regular PC, which you're seeing right now, the game runs perfectly fine. My regular PC I've had for pretty much 10 years, close to that, and it still is fine. So there's a decent chance that if you've gotten a PC within the past 10 years, it'll probably be able to run this thing. So it's not meant to be demanding, just poorly optimized right now is all. But I ran it perfectly fine. And it's $45 for 5 hours of content. And I know that might bother a lot of people, and there's an argument that it's not worth that, which I can kind of agree with people who might say that. If you want to see more games like this, though, it's better to try to support it. And that's kind of why I went ahead with it. Now, I never really played this when it originally released, so I can't compare anything to that. But I heard there was a lot of quality of life changes. I couldn't personally tell you what they are. I didn't really come across any bugs, with the exception of one boss who kind of, it's like his AI turned off for a second, and I just had to restart the boss. You just press start and you say restart. And that happened to me once. And I don't think it was a big deal. After you beat the game, you get a time attack mode. So it gives you some reason to replay it a lot. But playing through it once, you'll unlock like 90% of the unlockables. And normal difficulty's probably fine for most people. It's not a super hard game. I think the difficulty just makes enemies like tankier. It's just a damage modifying thing again. But I didn't play through all the way on every difficulty, so I can't personally account for that. But would I recommend this? I would say if you think it's worth the money for how short it is. And I don't find it as replayable as some people might. I'm not really too interested in the time attack mode and high score stuff. So if you think it would be worth that much money to you, then I would recommend it. But the only thing really holding this back, in my opinion, is the fact that it's such a short game and it's $45. And there isn't very much to unlock. You're just chasing high scores if you play over and over again. So just keep that in mind.